Hello everyone, I am Undead Horde and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the main account and really getting a good feel of it before going into the new year and setting up plans for the account moving into the new year and, just general goals to be achieved. I will also be producing one long video that goes through the other 4 main accounts as well, discussing those, and that'll be posted on Tuesday. So look out for that as well. How this video is going to be structured is I am going to go through and we are going to take a look at where I'm at in everything. In the Great Hall, in the daily login, yada yada yada. Just everything across the board. Where am I at? So there's a large understanding of the account currently, and we're going to be ending off with taking a look at the champions that I have, my plans for those champions, and we're going to close the video from there. Hopefully this won't be too long of a video, but I also hope that it's kind of helpful to kind of see the state that I'm at in this account. And yeah, so let's get into it. So the easiest thing to look at here is our daily login. We are up to day 49 currently, which is pretty good. Not too bad at all. That means we've been playing this account for just shy of 2 months, so keep that in mind as we go through and kind of see where we're at. But obviously we're only limited to Undead Horde champions, so that has clearly put a big restriction on how far I can make it. We're level 44 on this account. We have the entire market unlocked. We have the gem mine completely maxed out. We have every slot in the Guardian Ring opened up. In Faction Guardians, we have Demon spawned maxed out for the rares. And for Undead Horde, we are working our way through. Comment down below, is it worth it all for me to have additional cadavers on the account? Yes or no? If not, then I will probably lock them in place here, and so then I can move on. Next we have the Great Hall. We haven't made it super far in the Great Hall, working on it, but I'm also trying to work on it alongside of the mission, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, especially if there's going to be a mission later on that's like, hey, do this for it, and I'm just, don't want to wait around to do it. So I'll have to look through the mission, see if there's anything else I need to do for it. If not, then I will start working on that a little bit sooner. Speaking of the missions, this is where we're at. I do need to have a better focus at taking a look every single day and be like, oh, well, this keep is open, let me work on that. It's going to be slow, obviously, because I didn't do it as early on as I should have for some of these things, but it is okay. We are getting there, and it doesn't feel like it should be too bad, all things considered. Moving on from there, we move into campaign. We have completed everything. So we have completed all of Brutal. All of Brutal. We have 3-starred everything, and we've had a very small look into Nightmare. The goal is to complete all of Nightmare probably by the end of February. Just slowly work through in the next couple of days, see how far I truly can make it, and then just adjust and try to figure out a team that can get through. And hopefully I can complete it by then. For dungeons, obviously we can't look at the level that I'm at on every single dungeon. But with Spirit Keep, it should be a relative where I'm at. I'm somewhere in the range between 9 and 10 for most of these. Maybe a little less in Void, but relatively, that's where I'm at. For Arcane Keep, we're up to 12, but it's a 5-minute 12, so it's not great. Need to cut down on that time. For Iron Twin Fortress, we can beat up to stage 4. We absolutely get demolished on stage 5. So that's where that is, and this is recent. Like, I just did this before recording this video, so these are recent stats that I'm looking at. Ice Golem, we can beat 12, but it's a really long time and it's not super consistent. Minotaur, we are beating 11. I don't remember the last time was that I actually tried to push 12, but really, I feel like I want to try to push with somebody who can solo it, as like the biggest thing is that you want to be able to solo through with just one person. That means you can train the other 4 behind them to get the most out of it. For Spider's Den, we are beating through 9, but I'm pretty sure it's not a 100% win rate. It's like a 75% win rate on that. For Dragon's Lair, we're up to 13, but again, I don't think this is a 100% win rate. I think it's like an 80 to a 90%, or like, yeah, 80 to 90% or something like that, but I don't 100% know for sure. We're stage 8 in Fire Knights, and I need to pause the video for the train. Sorry about that, everyone. The train is now officially gone, and we can take a look at Sand Devil's Necropolis. We are beating stage 5. We cannot beat stage 6. I actually started this today, so this is recent information. And then for Phantom Shogun's Grove, we're beating stage 7. Again, I actually did this just before recording this video, so this is recent information. Also, this is a team. This is a team that I've been using in every single dungeon as of right now, just to have a generic look at, like, this is what I'm pulling up with, and I know that I have to, like, figure things out better when it comes down to maybe specializing in certain areas, but so far these really are the strongest champions that I have, and the ones that I definitely have put the most focus into, and so I'm not really going to have too many better options, at least as of right now, but I will be working towards making better options available. Next, we move on to Faction Wars. Today is Undead Horde. Yay. I have worked on it, and it is not pretty. I still cannot 3-star stage 7, and I cannot break past stage 14, but I have cleared everything up until this point, so I do need to figure out how I'm going to go about doing the rest of this. But that'll be my hill to try and figure out. Arena, our current standings is bronze 3, which that might go up. I haven't done my arena for today, so I don't know all the perfect math, but that may go up to bronze 2 once I do my 5 arena today. And then for tag arena, I have not touched it. I really need to get better about doing it. Just to do it, even if I just do a couple a day. So that is on me, but that is a goal for the new year, is to actually work on getting into tag arena. Clan boss, we can currently quick key, easy, and normal, which I feel is pretty good. I have not actually tested hard at all yet, but I'm wondering if I'm going to start doing that by tomorrow, actually testing to see if I can break through hard. Well, I don't know. I can if I can quick key it, right? Does that mean I'm guaranteed to get the high? No, because I'm only getting Warrior's chest right now on normal. So, I mean, you can see my damage right here. It's getting there, but it's just a little off. Chimera. We actually been putting a little bit more work into Chimera, and I do need to get better about doing Chimera in general, because there's a lot of good to doing it, and so this is a new goal for me as well, but this is kind of the numbers that we're pulling up with. It's not great. Next is Doom Tower. Doom Tower in current standings, I cannot beat through stage 20. I just can't. I just cannot do it. So, as of with this rotation right now, I'm going to continue to upgrade my champions, and as I see significant upgrades, I will try again to beat through stage 20. But as we approach on the last couple of days, I'm just going to blast every single silver key I have into floor 10 and just mine through this for the material as of right now. And that's all the content that I currently have unlocked on this account. So next is to look at champions and where we are at with that. And I hit the wrong thing. All right, so champions. This is obviously not every single one that we have. I mean, we have some in reserves and stuff here for Undead Horde. I should have pulled them all out, but not all of them are that important to really take a look at because I only have so much I want to do with many of these. So that's who we're mainly going to focus on talking about is the ones that I actually want to do something with. So Frozen Banshee currently is our, I believe, is our absolute best option for Demon Lord. Alongside Ultimate Death Knight, I'm pretty sure they're pretty comparable for Demon Lord and getting up our damage. And so for Frozen Banshee, the ultimate goal is to just eventually get to a point which I can upgrade the artifacts, get a banner on her, and things like that. I think like first thing is, and the easiest thing to do would probably be try to push Spider so I can get a banner just to put on her, and it'd probably just be an accuracy banner. It's going to be the best thing so I can get her accuracy up. The ultimate goal, I think, even as of like probably within 2 months. So like everything I want to do is like end of February. Where can I get by the end of February? So end of February, I would like her accuracy to be somewhere in like the 220 to 30 range if possible. I don't know what her speed needs to be, but I would love her speed to at least be like 170 or so. And if that seems like wicked low for me to try to go for or something like that, then let me know and I can try to push for more. But as of right now, in 2 months, while controlling 4 other accounts or whatever, there needs to be within reason what I can do. For relics, obviously get a relic equipped, start understanding and learning more and more about how relic works, and crafting them and getting a good relic to put on her. Her skills, getting her skills maxed out is also next on the line. So I will be saving up skill books, and during the next CBC, I'll be dumping all of the skill books that I have into her first. And so that is the plan. And obviously finishing out the rest of her masteries, which I don't feel like I'm that far into them, where I might just buy the rest of them. I don't know yet, because it's a lot to grind out Minotaur with everything else right now and whatever. So again, by the end of February, I like to have a relic, all of her skills maxed out, and all of her masteries maxed out with accuracy at least 200 and speed somewhere within like the 160 to 170 range, while having at least a banner on her, if not better equips across the board, for like a better ring. Even like a 5-star ring and a 5-star banner would be like a good next step. UDK, obviously I'd like to finish out ascending him and then getting a banner on him and getting everything up to 5-star artifacts, whatever it's called, on him. Again, accuracy, would love to have accuracy somewhere in the 220, 230 range on him as well. And I don't know, again, where the speed needs to be with a character like him. I think it's probably dependent on the content that he's in, but currently he is rocking 170 speed, so I'm not too upset with that. Next thing, obviously, getting a banner or getting a relic that works. Being able to push for more skills, obviously there's only so much I can do with that regard, but trying to do the best that I can in tournaments and things like that that actually allow me to unlock legendary skill books, because we're only 5 away from having them maxed out, which is pretty good. I don't know how important it is to max out the A1. If it's not that important, and if I can get the A2 done, then I might just stop there. But if it really is that important to max out the A1, then obviously that's what I will do. And obviously the masteries are already fully done. Zelata, we have same type of deal. I would like him to be my next 6-star. So now we're actually starting to talk about additional 6 stars on the account. So actually, I'll just shoot this all out right now. The next 3 champions I'm looking to 6-star is the Zelata, Balthus Draglord, and Corpulent Cadaver would be the next ones I would like to see at a 6-star point, because these are the ones that I'm using the most in a lot of content and seem to be across the board some of the better champions that I have on the account at achieving certain things, with Cadaver being another big contender for getting my numbers up on Demon Lord. Zelata has been really big and will continue to be really big for Faction Wars, and that's a big push right now, is actually Faction Wars content, but I'll talk about that a little bit more later on. And so I would like to get him up to 6-star next, get him fully ascended to that 6-star, and then get everything for artifacts here, or for like the additional gear here, accessories, for the accessories on him, and again all at 5-star quality. We actually have a relic on him, so I was messing around with crafting today from drops that I got from Chimera, and I did craft the Molten Death Bell, which is something that is suggested by Hell Hades to put on him. So we actually do have this. I think this is fine for now. So I think my goal would be to max it out and to get a gemstone put on. When it comes down to skills, he's already got max skills. And obviously we have the blessing. And again, masteries, we'd like to see max masteries on him by the end of February. Draglord, it's all the same repeated information. Accessories, 5-star. Working relic. Maxed out skills. And maxed out masteries. I don't have a lot of faith in using the Drowned currently on the account. I don't know. Thought he was going to be really cool. I got him very early on, but it just doesn't feel like he's doing as much as I would like him to. So I'd like to maybe sit down at some point in time, once I get everybody else here 6-starred up and figured out, I'd like to go back to the drawing board with him. Him and Ghoulish Ranger I want to sit down with the drawing board with and try to make them work in the account in some way. Just because I have a lot of respect for him as a champion, since he was a very early include, and I think my very first Void Undead as well. And so I want to be able to use him in some type of content. So I want to go back to the drawing board to figure that out. But again, after everybody else is 6-starred, then maybe starting the end of February, moving on between March and April, I could put the work into him and Ghoulish Ranger. But Ghoulish Ranger might come up a little bit fast than that, depending on how fast things move around. He would be the next one. Don't really need to talk too much about the uncommons on here. Sorceress has been kind of a dud on the account too. But if we really don't get any new champions along the way, then things like the Drowned, Sorceress, Aeroblaster, and Temptress would come into play, at least getting to 5-star. I would like to see all of them, well, all of these ones here, 5-starred. That for sure is just a natural goal. And even getting just base level artifacts across the board, just so they're useful in some type of content if necessary. I do have a lot more faith in Ghoulish Ranger, though. Ghoulish Ranger seems to be at least somewhat okay. He's got a 2-star on Hell Hades. The thing that I like, though, is that I do have the one awakened on him, so there is a higher level of usefulness for him over most other rares that I have on the account. Plus, he is my only HP burner currently, and so I really can't afford to not use that as an option, especially in content where HP burn is useful. So I do want to take a look at him and turn him into a useful champion. I don't know if that'll happen between now and the end of February. If not, then definitely in the next 2 months afterwards. But I would like to see at least a little bit of work put into him. If I happen to get any more of his awakenings on him, then there might be even a bigger push to move into him over others. And so that is the champion roster. Now, I touched on this a little bit earlier, but I can go back and really talk about it now. Is content. Where do I want to see myself really striving for in content in this account? It is Faction Wars. I think nothing else makes sense to really honestly try and strive for. It's Faction Wars and working on tournaments that make sense for the rewards that I can get on like a low scale. I'm not pulling out too many big numbers when it comes down to like to some of this stuff. And so it's like my goal might be to get like the second or third reward because something that's useful for me on the account, and I'll just stop there. If I place on the leaderboard and I get a reward for that, then great. But if I don't, it's definitely not the end of the world for me. And so I just really want to target things that I know I can do, that it makes sense for me to go after, and like that's really it. So I might actually start pushing Tag Arena just for some of these rewards here. I pushed Sand Devil today, but I pushed Sand Devil just for the Soul Stone, and that was like the biggest thing. Dependent on how hard it is for me to move through Tag and get this stuff here, I want to try for the Soul Stone, maybe even try for the Essence, but I don't really care about placing. But again, it's really, really dependent on how hard it is for me to move through Tag Arena. I might just settle on just getting the silver, and that's it. I have not worked at all in spiders. I probably could, depending on the order in which... I only have 12 hours left. I could run this overnight and just see what I do. If I could get the rare... If I can get the ancient shard, I would be happy. So I have to see what happens with that and stuff like that. But that might just be a... Let my computer sit overnight, dump a bunch of energy into it. I need additional stuff for the account anyways. So it might be worth it, plus the additional silver I can get from selling. And I didn't really work at all on dragons. Or it's not. It's going to start. I might work on it, might not. Really dependent on the position of some of these rewards here. But again, I'm going to target certain tournaments and only target the rewards that I want in those tournaments. And then not put too much more effort into them after that. Like I said, main push, Faction Wars, building up champions that work and that make sense inside Faction Wars. And then as I build up those champions for it, just taking them into other content and seeing if I can push forward in that content just based off of the champions that I have built up for Faction Wars and stuff like that. And that's really it, guys. That is the grand look at the account and the plan at large for the next 2 months. Obviously, when it comes down to certain dungeons, I would like to get up at least maybe like in 2 months. I would love to be hitting like stage 13 or higher on all of these accounts, right? By the end of February, I would love to be able to comfortably be pushing through 13 and making like 2-3 minutes time on it. For things like Ice Golem, Dragon would be like the two there. For Fire Knights, honestly, even like stage 10. I would love to push for stage 10 and be making good time on that. And then for spiders would be stage 10. I would love to be able to push, fight, do stage 10, and be getting at least like a minute to 2 minute long time on it. And that would be the big push to have that for by the end of February. Or, I mean, obviously sooner than that, like as soon as possible. But like, that would be like the bare minimum benchmarker that I'm trying to push for. So the last thing we want to do is open up this Mortal Soulstone, see what we get any upgrades on the account, and call this video quits. You will be seeing, you will be seeing more content from me, like in the future, obviously. Who's texting me and why? Oh. What? So, in the next couple of days, I'm going to be posting different content. That is going to be... I'm going to be posting... So, this video is going to go up on Monday, obviously. Tuesday, I'm going to post the big video where it's... like all 4 accounts I'm going to look at. That'll be Tuesday. I'll get that posted up on... And then Wednesday will just be a regular daily quest video. And then Thursday, like New Year's Day, is going to be my actual, like, here is my goal for the year, personally speaking. Goals for the channel, goals in my own personal life outside of the channel, and stuff like that. So if that's content that you guys are interested in, then that will also be coming up as well. And I'll be working on kind of that in the next couple of days too, about what I really want to talk about on that account moving forward, or in that video moving forward. So we will see how things go and stuff like that. So anyways, this video went a little bit longer than I was hoping it was going to. I do apologize for that, guys. But if you enjoyed, please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think. And I will catch you guys in another video here soon. Peace.